to be able to get in my thoughts. And because if you wake up late, you don't get a chance to think about your day or what you're gonna do. You're trying to get to the first appointment, and it's the next one, the next one. So you never really get a chance to really sit back and to think about not just today, but the future. And you never get a chance to really have your personal time. Because you're a dad, you're a husband, you know what I mean? Like you're speaking engagements, you're doing coaching programs, like you're trying to network with other people. You have 1,000 different roles, but when is it Rob's time? When is it his time to interflect about his personal development, about his growth, about who he is as a person, about where he wants to take his family in the future, where you want to take your business in the future? Like, when do you have that window of time during the day where it's about you, where it's for you, where it's only centered within you?
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
I like to, get up early and kind of.
That makes sense. Yeah. I mean, it sounds logical. You get up and control your day, or get up late and your day controls you.
Right. Yeah.
Tip number 2.
Yeah. Stamina. Right.
Oh.
And so you think about like physical endurance, right? Like, can you endure?
Yeah.
And this is for like the health part. Like, so I have a great example of this, right? I'm at a training session, business owners, and we're taking like this training session. The host of the facilitator asked everyone to stand up during this training. And a couple people could not physically stand up.
They couldn't stand up.
Like physically could not stand up and watch him draw on the easel board.
Oh man.
And they had to like sit down. And so when you think about your health, everybody wants to be a speaker, but can you stand up for 45 minutes and give a talk? Can you stand up for 10 minutes, for 15 minutes, for an hour? And Rob, you're a guy, but most women, we're standing up in heels.
Right.
So while it's so everybody wants the bright lights, but those lights are hot. Like,
yeah.
Everybody wants to be, in the bright lights, but if you can't, we've all been to conferences, right? And I've been to and what if your favorite speaker got on stage and sat down? How would you feel? And some people, we've all paid $100, $200, $300, $400, $500 to see somebody. And because you want to see them, you want to see them interact, you want to see them move across the stage, right? But how would you feel if they got on stage and they pulled up a chair and they sat down and just gave a talk? How beneficial would that be? How would that touch the people in the audience?
Yeah, you lose engagement. You lose tremendous engagement.
Right. I mean, think about you talking to young people. Like, a part of you relating is walking around and actually being engaging with the young folks, right? With the teenagers. And so, this is like literally, do you have the stamina to endure? And not even that, but also, mentally and emotionally, because being an entrepreneur, it gets lonely. Like, you do feel alone. Yeah. And even if you're on a health journey and the rest of your family is not, you can feel very alone. So I went through a weight loss journey. I've lost over 150 pounds. I've never really told anyone that. I don't really post.
That wasn't even a pump the brakes. That was okay. The red light just showed up. We had to hit the brakes for a second. Wait a minute.
Yeah. So back in 2004. I was always an overweight kid, like my whole entire life, right? And it was very funny because my brother is like 6'2", tall, dark, and handsome, like doesn't have a weight problem, and I'm like the fat little kid, right? So my weight had ballooned up to over 300 pounds, and I'm 5'4". So that was a lot of weight for me to carry.
What was the totality again? How much did you lose total?
I lost 163 pounds.
Okay.
But this is over a span of 7 years.
Okay.
So I know everybody's thinking, oh my God, what did she do? Well, I went to the gym. I wasn't vegan back then. I've done South Beach diet. I've done cabbage soup. I've done, the low carb. I've done clean eating. I've done pescatarian. So I think for people who are now going, vegan, there is, how can I put the words? There is, you have to respect the journey. Like, you gotta respect the journey, because people look at me like, oh, how long did it take you? And I'm like, 7 years, and they get disappointed. And I'm like, well, okay, so I didn't lose it in 10 months like you wanted to hear. Like, I don't have a quick fix for you. Like, it's a daily struggle. Like, I don't have a quick fix for you. What I do have for you is to be consistent. And sometimes that means that you're gonna have to be able to have endurance. And stay the course. And that may be cutting off your friends who want to go to Papados every weekend and go eat. And that may be getting some friends who want to run a 5K.
Yeah.
And that may mean having some friends who, can really keep you in the game. Because when it comes to like having mental strength and really keeping your emotions in check, because that can be a very emotional thing. Anyone who's in your community, who's like, I've been the girl who's pulled up to McDonald's with a honey bun, like stacking on a honey bun while putting my order in at McDonald's. Like, I've been there. I used to have one of my first businesses was a dessert business, and it was called Sugar Mama. Sugar Mama. And I made cakes and candy, desserts, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I was getting high on my own supply.
Yeah.
So
Sugar Mama was getting fried.
So that had to go. And that had to be a conscious decision, because I think a lot of people in your audience are fighting lifelong weight issues. Like, it's one thing for you to be the person who went to college, gained 30 pounds, or had a baby, gained 60 pounds, now you're trying to lose that kind of weight, right?
Yeah.
When you've been overweight your whole life, and that's all you know, you got to get mentally strong. Like, you have to get mentally strong, because there's going to be so many external things that come in your head, so many external, and even you, like, you already got to fight your own negative thoughts. Then you got to fight the other negative thoughts that you have with you. So I think anyone who's on that journey, who really is really struggling with even their weight, you have to understand that there will be a mental toughness that you'll really have to have. Because even if you're not in business, the change will come, is that you'll figure out, wow, if I can conquer this one thing, if I can get over this one sugar habit, if I can conquer this one thing, then I can do anything. And so people like to say, oh, you lost weight, you changed. Well, yeah, I changed. I figured out my Achilles heel, and I figured out how to conquer it. So yeah, I do feel like I can do other things, and I do feel like those things can be done, because I conquered something in my personal life that was such a big thing for me.
I love it. It's funny that these tips are actually building up to work together. Your consistency helps to build your endurance.
Right.
And what's your third one? I bet you falls right in.
My third one is discipline.
Discipline. Bam.
Now, you had a guest on here that mentioned one of my favorite books. I forgot his name, but he was on last night. Outwitting the Devil.
Oh.
Like, that audiobook, even folks, if you don't have the money to buy the book, the audio version is on YouTube. So definitely, Outwitting the Devil has a good point, and it's in like the first hour of the book, I do believe. And he talks about having focus and really having the discipline to say no, because he talks about, if I can get you drunk, if I can get you on drugs, if I can get you, eating whatever, or watching TV, or being, consumed by those things, I got you. I got you. If you like your friends, like, I can probably tell you that you probably don't watch reality TV. Like, I probably can tell that you probably are not a partier, right? Right. Because there's a certain level of focus that you have to have a certain level of success, right? Yeah. So people talk about networking. The best place to network is in the gym early in the morning. Why? I mean, there are so many entrepreneurs at my gym in the morning. Why? Because if I'm at the gym, and this is a good tip for ladies who are looking to date.
Yeah, it's good.
You know what I mean? A good guy. So a guy who's in the gym at 4 a.m. has probably not been out partying the night before.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably a little bit more focused than the average guy who's at the gym at probably like 6 p.m.
And don't forget, the future is what you do today. So do something today that will impact your tomorrow. Until next time. Peace.
We don't sit back, we don't wait, man. Take flight and we make plans. Soar high in the sky, beat our chest like an 8, man. The time is now, so don't you wait. It's running out, don't procrastinate. Destiny and me got a date. And